By gum, it's Parky this morning. -6, -7. Let's get moving. Welcome back, adventurers. Merry Christmas. Well, it's the 14th of December, but by the time I've edited this video together, Patreon, it'll be early next week, and it'll be next Friday for everyone else. Normally Patreon gets stuff earlier than everyone else, but it would seem a bit strange to be wishing everyone a Merry Christmas in March. Patreon get all the content without adverts and early access, and I also do an exclusive video for them that I try to do one a month, which never comes out on YouTube. Okay, so where are we today? Well, we're in Chester, one of my favourite places. Look at this. I mean, I love it here. For my foreign viewers, I know there are a few, if you ever come to visit the UK and you're looking for a base of operations in the northwest of England, this is it. Chester is an absolutely stunning city. It's only small, but it's beautiful, steeped with history, lovely shops, Roman walls, and you can hop on the train from here into Liverpool or Manchester to visit the other places in the northwest. But if I was coming to the UK and wanted to come to the northwest, this is where I come to. So today I'm going to start with a run through the city centre. Let's look at the Christmas lights, which I'm sure they put on a nice show, and then we're going to pick up the canal and run up the canal. I love running on the canals. Yeah, they're fairly flat, that's always nice. It was a hillier one last week, so a flat one would be nice this week. And they just cut through the countryside, through villages, towns, cities. And so today I'm going to head north up to Ellesmere Port. I do it as a one-way route because the beauty is, of course, I can jump on a bus or a train. Well, it'll be a bus today because there's a rail strike on. But you can jump on the bus and it'll bring you back. Anyway, come along and join me. Oh, one final thing to say. Christmas Eve, I'll be doing a live stream of my Santa run every year for 10 years or so now. I dress up as Santa and cheer folks up in Sandbach by having a run around, and then finish with a drink at Wetherspoons, naturally. So I just thought I'd mention it. I'll do a live stream. If any of you are in the area and want to get dressed up as Mr. or Mrs. Santa or an elf, you're more than welcome to come along and join me. I guess I'll be kicking off from the cobbles by the stone crosses in Sandbach about 7:30 in the morning on Christmas Eve. Right, anyway, I better get moving. Come on, let's go and have an explore. And we're off, heading up Lower Bridge Street into the city centre. There's the Old King's Head on the left. I used to drink there. There's a wide selection of pubs and bars and restaurants in Chester. It's well worth having a good look round. There's something for everybody, catering for every taste. Sad to see the Falcons closed at the top of Lower Bridge Street. But up ahead on the road, on the right, there's the Cavern of the Curious Gnome. They serve some great Belgian beer, and who doesn't want to sit on a toadstool by the bar while they drink it? We're heading up now, up Bridge Street, and then we're going to take a right down towards the Eastgate Clock and down Foregate Street. If you were to go left, you could go up Northgate Street, past the cathedral, There's the Bull and Stirrup up there. They're probably the fanciest Weatherspoons in Cheshire. For those of you visiting Chester who really want to push the boat out, here's the Chester Grosvenor, a 5-star hotel. Can't say I've ever been in myself, but I hear good things. I bet it's lovely inside. I've walked up and down this street many times over the years. It's one of my favourite places. The shops are largely the same. To give you an idea of how long I've been coming to Chester, up ahead on the right here is Cafe Nero. Well, that used to be the ABC cinema, and I remember coming to see Jungle Book here as a double bill in about 1975, and coming to watch Highlander in 1986 when it came out. Yeah, long time ago. Anyway, we're heading down now, and we're going to head across to City Road towards Chester Station and pick up the canal. And here we go, the Shropshire Union Canal. We've run several routes along the Shropshire, the last one being from Bunbury through to Beeston. Anyway, today we're going to head along to Ellesmere Port. At the far end, there's the Ellesmere Port Boat Museum, where the canal finally reaches the Manchester Ship Canal, alongside the River Mersey. We're just coming up on Frodsham Street. I did film once before in Chester, ran in from Waverton and did a route around the walls at Chester. So if you've not checked that one out, it's worth a look. This next section's pretty spectacular. The canal runs butt up against the north wall of the Chester walls. It gives you a really different view of the walls from this side. We're heading for Northgate locks now, where the canal drops down and then takes a sharp right, passing Tower Wharf. The canal then heads north, up towards Mollington and on to Ellesmere Port. We're heading out of the city now, just to get your bearings. We're crossing the main road here. To our right, round the corner, is the road the Chester Half Marathon takes out of Chester, out towards the Wirral. I guess now would be a good time to talk to those of you who are new here on Run Adventurer. Hi, welcome, I'm Simon. I just love getting out into the countryside. I find it relaxing, I find it reduces anxiety, I just love the peace and quiet. And I shoot these videos in the hope of sharing the experience with you. You don't need to be a runner, you don't need to be anywhere near Chester. you just have to enjoy the peace of the countryside. I hope you'll enjoy today's video and click subscribe and so you get notified, because there are new videos every week. Coming up on our right in a sec is the Countess of Chester Country Park. Those of you who want a shorter route might like to get off here and loop around the park and head back. Wow. It's starting to get seriously cold now. It was -6 when I set out, but as we head out into the countryside, it's definitely getting colder. Thankfully, I put my buffalo shirt on, which is a great piece of kit for wearing for running when it's below zero. I've had it for over 25 years and it was a good buy. It's got a Pertex outer, so it's waterproof and windproof, and the inner it's a pile layer on the inside. You wear it directly against the skin, so it's really warm, and it's got vents all the way down both sides, so you can adjust the temperature with zips to get it just right. I've got it fully zipped up right now. Oh dear me. Solid ice. I could have done with a bit more grip in the toe off. So Hoka, could we have some spikes in just at the very front, please? Perhaps ones that are retractable, that'd be nice, just for this really icy stuff. Ahead there's a turn off with the path that takes you through to Neston, another one of my favourite places. Look, an Airbus Beluga. It does look like a whale, doesn't it? Just hanging in there in the sky, and just in the same way that bricks don't. I guess it's heading back to the Airbus factory. Perhaps it's on a test flight, looking at the direction it's heading. You could have got off at that last bridge if you fancied a break and headed into Stoak to the Bunbury Arms. I paused here just for a sec to check the camera equipment really, because it is now really cold, which can play havoc with the camera. And I'm glad I did, because there was just such a beautiful view. To our right we've got Helsby and Frodsham and the M56. Ahead of us we've got the Stanlow oil refinery. And we're just in the middle of nowhere here. It's gorgeous. When I checked the camera, I discovered my beard had frozen solid. we've reached the Ellesmere Port Boat Museum. Well worth a visit. I've been several times. You can learn all about the canal and all the boats that used to ply their trade here. We're going to head round the back of it because round the back is the Manchester Ship Canal, and right beside that is the River Mersey. And then we're going to head into Ellesmere Port Town Centre, and let's try and find the bus station to get a bus back to Chester. Single to Chester.
You're a guy on YouTube at all, so
I am, yeah.
I might follow you.
Do you really? You're a star.
I've seen you.